Now we're back and ready to go.
Excellent.
Fine show tonight. And on the subject of celebrities, this actually gets me into the first thing we're going to do tonight. We try very hard, as you can probably imagine, to treat our celebrity guests nicely here at the show.
Yeah.
Because we have no leverage.
Right.
And so we really, want to be nice to them and try and get them to come back. But sometimes, folks, something happens during an interview or behind the scenes, and somebody will get a little bit upset with us. And it's happened a few times over the years.
Very few times, but you know what? We get so many people through here.
Right.
Something's bound to happen.
Right.
You know.
And folks, when this happens, I always make sure, as the host, I think it's my job to write an apology letter so we can smooth over any hurt feelings. It's kind of a nice gesture. It's saved us a few times. So I thought it'd be fun tonight to take a look back at some of the apology letters we've sent over the last few years in a little segment we're going to call Apology Letters.
I'm sorry, so sorry.
That was my I'm sorry face.
I figured that was
my
what
girlfriend hates that. Where were you? Oh. First letter is an apology letter that I wrote to Kevin Costner fairly recently. It goes like this. Dear Kevin, my deepest apologies. Due to a cue card mistake on the night of your appearance, I referred to your new film, Message in a Bottle, as that crappy Costner box office flop. The card was supposed to have read that crappy Costner box office success. Best wishes, Conan O'Brien. Katie Lang, I wrote her an apology letter. It goes like this. Dear KD, please know that we deeply respect your vegetarian values and are terribly sorry we scheduled your appearance on the same night as our third annual Let's Hit Some Cows with a Sledgehammer party. Cordially. That was a good bit.
Yeah, it was a good bit.
Boy, did that meat fly.
Yeah. You know what? And those cows were jerks.
They had it coming?
Yeah.
I hate a bad cow.
Yeah.
Stupid cow. Here's one letter that I wrote to Kate Winslet fairly recently. Dear Kate, I'm very sorry for referring to you as the Titanic girl during your interview last month. I honestly had no idea this was actually your nickname in high school. Sincerely. Booze mingled with applause, my favorite stew. Kenny G. I had to write Kenny G an apology recently.
Well, who hasn't, really?
Yeah. Dear Kenny G. That's my favorite part of the letter. Dear Kenny G. I hope you were not offended when I didn't stay for your performance on our show recently. However, it's been a tradition since our show began that after I introduce a musical guest, I always immediately leave the studio, take an elevator to the roof, board a waiting helicopter to be taken to a secret location where expert surgeons remove the part of my brain that remembers Kenny G. Oprah Winfrey had to, I tried to book Oprah Winfrey on the show, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, she never showed up.
She was kind of mad, so I sent her a, a little apology note. Dear Oprah, I'm sorry about what happened last week. I just really wanted you to be on the show. In retrospect, I realized it was a bad idea to try to lure you here by laying a trail of sausage links from Chicago to New York. Sincerely, Conan O'Brien. And you're from Chicago. She's pretty powerful, isn't she?
Sure. But I mean, she's a fool to turn down the sausages.
Yeah.
That would attract me about anywhere.
No, Gropo, no. Sausage bad. Backstreet Boys. Had to write them a little note recently. Dear Backstreet Boys, I want to apologize for the incompetence of our sound crew, who, despite your explicit instructions, actually turned your microphones on during your performance. We would be more than happy to pay for the cleaning of your soiled matching pants. Sincerely, Conan O'Brien. You know, someone had to stand up to those Backstreet Boys, and it took us, didn't it?
Yep.
They'll never work again.
Yeah.
All right. And then, folks, I sent Tinky Winky an apology.
The Teletubby.
Yeah, the Teletubby, Tinky Winky. No, the Broadway performer, Tinky Winky. Yeah.
Just, you know, for those
of you who don't know, yeah, I sent Tinky Winky one. It goes like this. Dear Tinky Winky, I just want to apologize for what happened last month. I assure you that Max was only trying to be friendly when he greeted you in your dressing room, buck naked, and shouted, "Is Tinky Winky ready for a little Maxy Waxy?" Bruce Springsteen is in for a hell of a time.
He's in for quite a treat.
All right, we got a big show tonight. We're very excited. Well, there'll be no apologies tonight.
No, there sure won't.
You like that segue?
Nice segue.
Ouch. We're gonna take a little break right now, folks. When we come back, big night, starting off with Mr. John Lithgow. So stick around.